right, we got to get started here. So today, as I'm talking here, you can go ahead and roll out. Today we're gonna do as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. The one thing I don't really love about these as many rounds as possible is that people get all spread out and everybody's doing different things at different times. But the thing that I do like about it is that you can get exactly what you want to get out of it. If you want to, if you're feeling like a 60% day, and that's what you can muster up, then that's what you get out of it. If you're feeling like going hard and going 100%, then you can get that out of it too. So that's the one beauty of these. So we'll talk about all of them here. 20 jumping jacks, which is not rocket science. We've done jumping jacks before if you've been in a gym class. Okay, and then so we got 20 jumping jacks, 8 slide reverse lunges, and these are all in the chat if you need a reference. Slide reverse lunge is going to be you sliding one foot along the floor, stepping back. So if you don't have a slider, that's okay. These can just be regular old reverse lunges, but you're going to slide that foot down behind you, tap your knee to the floor, and come back up. So it's just a reverse lunge, really, where your back foot slides instead of picking it up. What it does is it takes a little help away from, you can't use your back foot to help you. So if you have like a Frisbee you can turn upside down, or a carpet slider like the furniture movers, all that stuff, that can help. Or we just turn it into a reverse lunge, no big deal. Push-up position, row. So we did these the other day. You're gonna be in that push-up position. Up at the top, got one weight, and we're pulling your elbow up towards the ceiling this way, trying to keep your hips square. So we're gonna do 8 each side there. While you're down there, after you finish your last row, you're gonna do 20 mountain climbers. So if you get confused on the numbers, it's either 20 or 8. And the body weight stuff is gonna be more like 20. So mountain climber, you're either marching your knees up under you like this, or we run. All right, so your choice of speed there. And then seated shoulder press. So you'll just go ahead and sit down, and so sitting on your butt, pressing the weight up over your head. You can also do tall kneeling, but from here, you're just pressing a weight up over your head, either kneeling on 2 knees or sitting on your butt. Last one, 8 kettlebell cleans. If you don't have a weight, if you have a dumbbell, you hold it vertically. The handle will be vertical. But a kettlebell clean is you tap to the floor and then pop the weight up to catch it up here. If that's not for you, or if you don't have the right weight for that, we can just turn it into a jump squat, where you reach your hands down as though you're gonna tap the floor and then jump up, all right? So that's what we got. I'm gonna put it in the chat one more time. So you've got it. If you need to reference it, just remember it's gonna go 20, 8, 8, 20, 8, 8. All right, okay. So it should be about done on the roller. Let's wrap up with the roller. And grab a spot on the floor. We're gonna give one knee a hug, so bring your knee all the way into your chest. This other leg you're gonna straighten out. Push your heel up towards the ceiling, and then you're gonna drop down, try to tap the back of your knee to the floor. And from there we come back up. All right, so this is just a kind of a version of the stretch we typically do, but this time we're giving your knee a hug. So we really tip your hips back. You might even get a hip flexor stretch as you're trying to tap the back of your knee to the floor. And good, let's switch sides. Just grab that other knee. Push your heel up towards the ceiling. Dropping down, try to touch the back of your knee to the ground. Shouldn't have any other movement in your low back or the leg that you're giving a hug to. Five more seconds. And good. While we're lying here on your back, you're going to cross your ankle over your knee. And from there, the leg that's not crossed, you'll just grab the back of that leg and you're pulling it in toward you. Whatever side, wherever you like, the hand that can reach through the middle of the hole that you've made there, you reach through there and just grab the back of your thigh. You shouldn't be reaching around both legs. And let's switch sides. Crossing the other ankle over. Call this a figure 4 stretch, so it kind of looks like an upside down number 4. So one hand is going to reach through the middle of that number 4. Did I say letter 4? Okay. You're going to reach through the middle of the number 4, and the other arm just reaches around the back of your thigh to clasp your fingers. And good. All right, putting both heels on the ground, let's press your hips up. Make your cheeks strong, your belly strong. From here, we're going to reach up into the letter Y. We slide your forearms down along the ground. Looking for a big chest stretch here. So you're going to bring your elbows as close to your back pockets as you can while keeping your elbows and hands on the floor. So we want your hands, even the back of your hands, your wrists, to still be glued to the floor as you're sliding up and down. Make sure your belly stays strong here so you're not arching up. So the real challenge is here, the lower your elbows get, and the closer your elbows get to your butt, the harder it's going to be to keep your hands on the floor. And good. Let's go ahead and roll over to all fours. One leg out to the side. So we just go for a groin stretch here, sitting back towards your knee or heel, and then pushing your hips forward. So sit back towards your heel, push your hips forward like you're going to do a push-up. And good. From there, whatever leg is out to the side, so right now my left leg is out, I'm going to take my left hand, reach under. So we reach under and across your body, and then rotate up. Try to point your fingertips at the ceiling. Yeah. Not the usual spot though. So we're just getting that big rotation, trying to get your shoulders to stack right on top of each other. And let's switch sides. Remember, we're working back and forth here. We get a different stretch in your groin and your hip. All right, good. So we freeze at on the like 90-90 position, or hips at 90 degrees. Then we reach under, rotate up. Biggest thing we're thinking about here is rotation in your upper back. So we're going to use your eyes. Try to follow your hand with your eyes. And good. Let's go ahead and stand. So just to warm up the lunges, we're going to reach back and tap the ground. To reach back, think about reaching as far as you can back behind you, tapping the ground, and back up. So it's not exactly a lunge, because we're not trying to tap our knee to the ground, but you are reaching back as far as you can, like you're trying to see how far the ground goes behind you. Okay. All right, so we should be good to go here. Remember the exercises are in the chat if you need a little bit of help remembering. 20 jumping jacks, 8 slide reverse lunges, 8 push-up position row, and then the 20 mountain climbers, 8 seated shoulder press, and last one is the kettlebell clean. So remember, the middle is, you're going to be on the ground for the middle part, for the middle 3 exercises there. Okay. All right. Well, we've got 20 minutes to work, and it's already 7:15, so we should go ahead and get started. We're going to get started in 5 seconds. Working your way through. If you have any questions as we go along, go ahead and shout it out. But start in 2, 1, and here we go. Starting with 20 jumping jacks. Slide reverse lunges are next. Probably a cricket. All right, those slide reverse lunges can be weighted or unweighted. Depends on what you got, or depends on what you want. That can always change too. So I'm feeling like I need a little bit more warm up this morning. So I'll do my first round without weight. Push-up position row. With this row, if you have a kettlebell, the kettlebell hangs down quite a ways. So if you can elevate your hands on something like a chair or couch or yoga block like this, that usually works out pretty well. After the row, you're going to stay right on the ground for the mountain climbers. And that is 20 each. You'll bring each leg up 20 times. Seated shoulder press and kettlebell clean are the last 2 exercises. Doing 8 of each. Hey, we're already 3 minutes into this thing. Not bad. All right, looks like everybody's wrapping up round one. About 4.5 minutes in. Ted, I'm convinced that you leave your computer right there all the time because I always get the same view. Remember, you can always adjust the speed of the exercise. You can adjust the weight that you're using. With the kettlebell clean, you can change it to a jump squat if needed. There's lots of variation here, but we just want to be moving for 20 minutes. If you're wondering why seated shoulder press is so much harder than any other version, it's because it takes away any joint that you can cheat with. So if you're seated, you can't generate any kind of movement or momentum from any of your other joints or by shifting your hips or anything. It feels a lot harder. Halfway done with the circuit, 10 minutes left, guys. As we get closer to the final minutes here, make sure form comes first. So if you're starting to hack away at it, take a second, make sure you can do stuff with good form. We're all on the same, about the same pace from what I can see. Good job, guys. Keep it up, 6 minutes left here. Last 5 minutes, 25% of this workout left. Last 5 minutes to go. Three minutes to go. All right, last minute, finish strong here, 1 minute to go. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Find a spot on the floor, or if you're standing, stay standing and keep hands on hips. Whatever position you're in, you're staying tall. Starting to feel those breaths, feel your heartbeat. Start to consciously lower. We're going to take 1 minute here. And if you don't have a heart rate monitor or on your watch or anything like that, you can just kind of feel the difference. So we're trying to really consciously lower your heart rate. So we're bringing it down. Getting it back under control. So heart rate, unlike Wednesday, heart rate today is going to be pretty high. Whereas Wednesday was more of like a muscle burn. So we've got 20 seconds left to consciously bring that heart rate down. If your heart rate, if you find it lowering back down pretty quickly, that's usually a sign of pretty good conditioning. If it's taking a while, it means that there's room for conditioning. All right. So while you're getting your recovery breaths going, a quick story on that. I was at a conference and I volunteered to do some heart rate recovery stuff. And, I was in front of 100 people doing sprints on a treadmill and then waiting for my heart rate to come down, and everybody's waiting. So my heart rate recovers to a certain beats per minute. And I knew the guy who was presenting. So he was kind of jabbing me a little bit, like, usually we'd like to see this come down faster. This might be the sign of a deconditioned athlete. So that was a kind of a stab to the ribs, but he was right. Nerves played a factor too, though. I'm trying to get my heart rate to come down in front of 100 people. A little bit nerve-wracking. Anyway, you can consciously do it. You just got to control your breath. Good sweat this morning. Okay. Great job, everybody. Those AMRAPs are really hard. So good job pushing yourself. I think we were all pretty much the same level, same pace the whole way through. So excellent work. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day, guys.